Video number 5, how to get rid of an air leak. Not get rid of, how to find an air leak. Easy enough to get rid of it. Or 50 cents. I'm sure if I took this to the mechanic. I recently put out a video, I flopped some motor mounts in this car and I picked up the engine, I don't know, a little bit too far on one side. Only maybe 2 inches was needed, but on one side I picked up about 3 inches. Just because I didn't feel like doing an oil change just to get the oil filter out of the way. Then I weaseled the motor mount around the other side, got it out, and reverse order to install. And then actually the side I think that's leaking was the side I just lifted 2 inches. Oh, then now still 2 inches. I lifted it back up 2 inches to get a hole lined up. But that side, the side that was only 2 inches, ironically, not surprisingly, had on top of it the big rubber hose that wraps around and goes to the throttle body, etc. The big rubber gizmo, which I recently took off. I can't remember why. Oh, I changed the throttle body. Blah, blah. For 50 cents, by the way. I had to clean my hands with Goju, and that was about 50 cents worth of orange Goju. But I was too lazy to find my ratchet wrench, so what are those colors? Oh, it's the wall I'm passing. I was just looking at my phone when it's filming. Charming day in Kansas City. I should be pointing this sideways. That was my DoorDash bucket to the right. I was accidentally filming it. So what was I? Where was I? I changed the throttle body, blah, 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 blah. And I unplugged the thing and I just screwed it in with a screwdriver because I was too lazy to get my ratchet. I think I just screwed it with my hand. So, back to the point. I raised the motor mount 2 inches. And since after that day, the car on the idle, once it got hot, would be like, and if it wavered enough, it would get all the way down to 0, and then it would not replenish itself from 0 back up to the usual 7,000, 6,000 RPMs, and it would be instantly, like silently, that is, stalling out. And this happened right after I changed the motor mount. So I'm watching Scotty Kilmer, you know, rev your engines, that guy. And he's doing a video about this will save your engine, make your engine run like brand new. And he rambled on about starting with a scanner computer, which are great if anyone knows how to use them. Not plug them in, but actually read all that computer, be able to gobbledygook. But he said, after that, and as a side note, which was the whole thing, be sure to tighten everything, not even just with a screwdriver, with a socket wrench. I did neither. He goes, because it must be airtight. Damn it. So, I said, that's it, man. I didn't tighten the thing barely at all, the big rubber thing, but I raised the engine. It made the rubber thing pop out a little bit, it made air leak in, and then the computer thinks, to quote him, that more air is going in and blah, blah, and has to compensate with it with throttle. Doesn't adjust the idle quickly enough. Ergo. Short story short, I would have had to go to a mechanic and they would have dragged it out for an hour or two until we looked at it. We looked it over for an hour and a half labor. And we fixed it for 20 bucks. And it was $190, something like that. Maybe $100, might have been 200. But in the end, I didn't even have to do the quick fix thing where I plug a vacuum cleaner in backwards and stick a rubber glove on one of the exhaust pipes and blow air through it and spray bubbly soap everywhere to find a leak, because I know it was the day after I raised the engine. And there I can figure it out, and that's what it was. A ratchet wrench pushing on that thing, ratchet wrench. 50 cents worth of orange go, actually 40 cents worth of orange Goju and 10 cents using up my socket wrench a little bit. And then 50 stinking cents. How do I hit the stop button on this thing?